You know, I really like music in video games. There really isn't anything that can suck you into a game's atmosphere like music can. Just think about the pure serenity that a game like Skyrim can bring. The gentle horns in the background, along with the background of strings to make an atmosphere like no other. Now conversely, a song from COD Zombies is Mob of the Dead. It's a lot more tonally dark and full of despair, with its strings in the background to convey and bring out the exact emotions that the developers want to elicit. Point is, music is a key factor in the atmosphere of your game. Without it, it might end up being very bland and flat. It adds an extra dimension that isn't strictly visual, which is good because the game I'm talking about is extremely visually stimulating to the point that sometimes I want to gouge my eyes out with a spoon. That's right, we're talking about Dress to Nullscape. It's Nullscape, why did you think? Now, apparently, I'm a little late to the whole music shenanigans, because there is a guy in every single one of these songs that just tells me pretty much everything I need to know. But you know what I have? I have Digital Descendant. That's right, as a guest. I'm cooler than you, Nullscape motif finder. So how did you end up working for Nullscape anyway? It's the big pressing question.
Oh, the big pressing question. Basically, I was playing a mod pack with a friend, and that friend was like, join this VC, and that was happened to be a VC on a server where they were working on Nullscape maybe like a week or two into development. And I had actually talked to the lead developer before, so maybe this is why he said yes, but I just asked to make music for it, and like I was allowed to, and it kind of just started from there.
I see. Is Nullscape the first game you've ever made music for?
Technically, no. I had an old Roblox game I made music for myself, but it was barely a game.
Oh.
So Nullscape is the first real project I worked on.
Okay. And of course, what better way to start than with the Nullscape theme itself. It's very easily establishes a sort of mystique. It's very mysterious. There really is no traditional instruments that are discernible, which I think fits the whole purgatory thing that Nullscape has going on. The only instrument that I can really make out is the piano, but even that, it's wrong and distorted. It already gives a sense of danger. It's like the twisted version of those songs people use to meditate to. Instead of being calming, it's very alarming, and it shows that this isn't exactly the safest place in the world. Not only this, but it also introduces the motif of, well, the Nullscape, a simple 14-note melody that is replayed over and over again. If you don't know what a motif is, it's a series of notes that alludes to an idea. It could be a place, a person, or even a bloodline. A prominent example of a motif is the Freedom motif from Deltarune that appears in so many songs it's hard to keep track of. The Nullscape motif is simple, yet it is also extremely off-putting. It does the job well in establishing that the Nullscape is a place you should dread going to. And given what you have to put up with in the Nullscape, yeah, that's fair. The motif is found in almost every song in the OST, which is a great way to show that they're all connected. It helps the whole thing feel as though it's part of the same idea without it leaning too far in a direction it doesn't have to. For example, it can be used in both calm times like this, and in not so calm times like this. And this is just the introduction song, mind you. Every enemy in this game has their own motif. from the baby having this really groovy, sort of dancey kind of motif, which I assume is to signify the fact that something so ordinarily harmless like a baby is now a murderer. Sort of like how Flowey in Undertale hides his sinister intentions behind a facade at first, the main motif is also all up in your face, which makes sense because baby literally dashes at you. This is different from the Telefagor theme, which very much so takes a back burner role in the theme, lurking in the background, which makes sense for him because he is the he's an ambush character. He teleports in front of you, but is otherwise slow in his attacks, only really being able to move slowly to you. Which is perfect for Telefagor. It gives him, it makes him seem not as dangerous until he is dangerous. I like that. And even Mart's theme is very interesting, because it's a lot less threatening than the other two. Because just look at him. Like, aw. No, but it sounds a lot less threatening than the other two, which makes sense for Mart, because he just kinda slowly makes his way to you. So it makes sense that his theme is a lot less in your face than the rest of them. But it still also has the Nullscape motif, and the sort of like sinister sound to it to show that he still is dangerous. But you're underestimating him. I really, really like that. All of these also sport the Nullscape theme, obviously, to show that they're in the Nullscape. I guess, I don't know. The rest of these themes are very similar, but we would honestly be here all day if I were to talk about literally every single one of them. So I'm not going to do that, and instead I'm going to talk about the last Robloxian themes. What is the favorite song you've ever made for Nullscape? Like, it could be like how it came out, or like the development of like how you made it that was like particularly fun.
If I had to answer for like a song that's currently released, probably It Doesn't End Here. Although my actual favorite is a future song that is not real or public yet.
Ooh, interesting.
So you will see it in the future.
Interesting. Patch 6, guys. Patch 6. Or is it patch 5? Next one.
It's not this content update, that's for sure.
Oh,
It's
no.
still got a long way to go.
Well, I can't wait to hear it. The last Robloxian themes, Find Your Flame and It Doesn't End Here, are really, really interesting. There are a lot of references to the other motifs, such as the Nullscape motif being in It Doesn't End Here. On the side note, I really like the motif shows up right here at Immortals Want to Die, because it keeps the Nullscape sinister while also sounding extremely epic. That's pretty cool. Anyway, I really like that how in these songs, the singer, while obviously being talented, isn't actually singing in a key that is known for heroicness. Instead of singing in a soprano, it's more of a, not quite a baritone, I don't know what you would call that, but it's not the soprano that is mostly linked to heroism. And he really isn't showing off his voice all that much. This is really cool because it signifies, even subconsciously to you, that these are just people. They're just guys. They aren't heroes. They're trapped. Also, interestingly, this isn't really sang in the first person either, so this isn't sang by your character, it's sang by someone else actively trying to hype you up. Quite possibly the people that died. Don't know, I'm not going to get into the lore, but it is a nice touch. I also find it interesting that the last Robloxian standings are really the only songs to use traditional instruments. Like, you have guitars, drums, and a very recognizable synth. It's much more personified than most of the other themes in the Nullscape, because this one really isn't tied to the Nullscape, it's tied to the people who are inside the Nullscape, which I just think is a nice touch. Point is, almost every song in this game has some sort of callback motif to a different song to show that everything inside the Nullscape is interconnected. Not only this, but the fact that outside of percussion, there really isn't any traditional instruments used, make it sound sort of alien, and differentiates itself from what would otherwise normally be comforting. I quite like it. Like in Das Map's A Gift, it's much more of a calm song, yet it also isn't comforting in its design and its sound, because it's not something that you would expect to hear from a person. It's not a music that you would hear being traditionally played. It's calmer and gentler, yes, but it is also very, very different from traditional music. It's quite nice. All right, yeah, that's pretty much it. Are there any closing statements that you would like to say and or get out?
Uh, Listen to my non-Nullscape music. I do more than just Nullscape.
Okay, I will do that. Alrighty, I will.
And also,
Oh,
uh, new song will probably drop this month. Probably, not a guarantee. I don't know for sure, but stay tuned, I guess.
you heard it here first,
Self
guys.
self promo over.
You heard it here first. New Digital Descendant song drops this month, or maybe.
Yep.
Alrighty. Thank you for your time.
Thank you.
Of course.